I've seen people pay thousands in taxes that they actually didn't need to pay, all because they didn't know about this one tax rule. Let's talk about it. So if you're caring for a family member and you're getting Medicaid waiver payments, you need to hear this. All right, y'all. So, quick tax tip because I keep seeing this pop up, and a lot of people are confused about it, right? So, some caregivers are receiving these W 2s for the Medicaid waiver payments. And when they see that income on the form, they immediately start panicking, like, oh my God, wait, do I owe taxes on this or what's happening here? Of course, these are new laws that just happened for 2026 because no year is the same as the last. There's actually an IRS rule, notice 2014 7, that says certain Medicaid waiver payments can be excluded from taxable income if you're providing care for someone in your home. Okay? So, yes, the income might show up on a W 2, but that doesn't automatically mean that it's taxable, right? So this is where people get tripped up. Some folks think, oh, well, if it's not taxable, then I can just ignore it on the W 2. Yeah, no, sir. No, ma'am. What you don't want to do is ignore anything that's on an official IRS document. Please don't do that because the IRS still receives a copy of that W 2. And the first thing you're going to do is get a nice little gift in the mail. So if you just pretend it doesn't exist, the IRS computer is going to look at your tax return and be like, excuse me, but where did this income go? And they good for sending out mail and notices talking about you have unreported income. So we definitely don't want that kind of surprise, right? Right. So what should actually happen is that the W 2 still gets reported on the return, but the income can be properly excluded if you qualify under the Medicaid waiver rules. So that's the key phrase, if you qualify, okay? Because every situation is going to be different. Some caregivers qualify for the exclusion, some don't. The moral of the story is this: just because you see an income on a W 2 doesn't automatically mean you owe taxes on that income, but it does still need to be handled correctly on the tax return itself. And please do not let TikTok University convince you that you can just delete these forms and hope that the IRS doesn't notice. Because trust me, they notice. So if you received a Medicaid waiver payment and you're unsure how they should be reported, make sure you're working with someone who actually understands how to apply the exclusion properly. And if you want more real tax tips explained in plain English, go ahead and follow, like, and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be dropping quick tips like this to help people avoid expensive mistakes because it can be costly and we don't want to pay for those mistakes, right? So, all right, y'all, I'm about to go get ready for this brunch. Um, this tax season is no joke, so let's make sure we're smart. Okay.